Hello everyone, welcome back to another GTON Weekly Update and News video where I give you all the information you may need or want to know that is new for this week's GTON Weekly Update as well as the previous week's news of GTA related content. So I hope you guys do find this informative. If you do leave a like, subscribe, stay tuned for more content like this every Thursday evening. And without further ado, let's go through the information that we have, even though we probably have a lot more information on this week's weekly update content than news by a long mile. But without further ado, I will give you everything that is new as of today, well, May 30th, 2024. Starting off with this week's new rewards, we have triple rewards on KO Pericle series races, I would believe so, and every bullet counts adversary mode jobs out there, as well as terabyte client jobs. We also have double rewards on daily junk energy time trials, in which you can only do them once a day, and yeah, that's it. And if you purchase an LM87, Schlagen GT, or SM722 Benefactor vehicle, you can unlock a Benefactor t-shirt. And yes, you have to repurchase each one of them, at least any of them, if you want to get the shirt this week, even if you already own one, which is quite unfortunate. Anyways, discounts this week. We have 50% off the Surface Carbon. We also have 40% off the Terabyte itself, as well as all upgrades and modifications and renovations. We also have 40% off the Feltzer LM87, Shafter LWB, Shafter V12, Schlagen GT, SM722, Sterling GT, and XLS. And we also have 30% off the Executive Office Garages. Of course, these prices may not be as accurate as it should be, but I will give you the accurate details in the specifics coming up very shortly. Moving on to vehicle showcases this week, the podium vehicle is of course the Reaper, which is not a Benefactor vehicle, but Rockstar, I guess. This week's prize ride is the Infernus Classic, which is also not a Benefactor vehicle, but regardless, you have to place top 5 for 3 days in a row to win this vehicle in an LS CarMate series. Test rides for all players when you go underground features the Strider, the Feltzer, and the Serrano. For new-gen players, your House Pitchworks test ride is a vehicle not available from in-game websites. It is the Sterling GT. For all players, the Luxury Autos vehicles is, of course, the Illusion and the Impaler SZ, because those are the only vehicles that ever exist in GTA Online according to Rockstar. And finally, 4 out of 5 vehicles not available from in-game websites are featured in Simeon's showroom, which are the Sterling GT, the XLS, the Shafter LWB, and the Feltzer, but it also features the Shafter V12, which you can still purchase to this day. From in-game website Legendary Motorsport in the 4-door tab. Moving on, weekly challenges this week features a premiere race of Taking Off, this week's time trial at Raton Canyon, this week's new gen time trial at Terminal, this week's weekly challenge is to complete 3 terabyte client jobs, and this week's salvage yard robbery vehicles includes the Paragon R, the Rustin, and the Hustler for the McTony robbery, the Gangbanger robbery, and the Podium robbery, respectively. And that's really all the general stuff that we have that's new in GTA Online, but to go in through the specifics right now, of course, let's go over what we know, well, in specifics. So this week's podium vehicle for the Diamond Casino is the Reaper, in which if you wish to purchase it, you can, but if you wish to win it for free, you can save yourself almost $1.6 million. And overall, I mean, look at that vehicle for yourself. Looks pretty badass, honestly. It looks like almost like a Batmobile. So if you wish to win it, go right ahead. I do not know about the performances as far as I'm concerned on that, but it's a Lamborghini, and it looks much smaller in the back than in the front. I don't know. Anyways, this week's prize ride is the Pegazi Infernus Classic, in which to win it, you have to place top 5 for 3 days in a row this week in the LS CarMate series. This week's weekly challenge is to complete 3 terabyte client jobs. This week's Simeon Showcased Vehicles features the Benefactor Sterling GT, which is not available from in-game websites, but featured at a price of $610,650. We also have a Benefactor Shafter V12, which this week is probably the only vehicle in Simeon's dealership that is available for in-game websites, so we don't get it this week. Don't worry about it, you can get it another day if you wish, but this week is discounted at $69,600. Now for the last 3 vehicles, they are not available from in-game websites anymore. It features the Benefactor XLS at $151,800, The Benefactor Shafter LWB is also not available from in-game websites. It is available at $124,800. And the Benefactor Feltzer is not available from in-game websites at $87,000. Mind you, these price tags were taken straight from the game written for you guys. Luxury Autos Vehicles features the Illusion, which is at a price of $1,857,800, and we also have the Impaler SZ, which is featured at a price of $1,305,080. Test Track Vehicles features the Benefactor Serrano, which is not discounted, but is straight up $110K flat, and is not available from in-game websites, but I still recommend getting this vehicle regardless if you wish to have something added to your collection that's new and unique. Doesn't have that many modifications, but still pretty cool. We also, once again, have the Benefactor Feltzer featured at $87,000 for some odd reason. I don't know, Rockstar lost their creativity, I guess, this week. And we also have the Benefactor Strider at $500K flat, in which all three vehicles in this side is not available from in-game websites. Obvious reasons, especially for the Feltzer featured a second time. I don't know why. Vehicle robberies this week features the Hustler at the Podium Robbery, the Rustin at the Gangbanger Robbery, and the Paragon R at the McTony Robbery. And of course, Rockstar got too lazy to mention any of this information on their newswire. Quite unfortunate. This week seems like a lazy week on Rockstar's behalf. Moving on to the rewards, we have, of course, you can get yourself a Benefactor t-shirt, which this is what it is. If you purchase a Benefactor LM87, Schlagen GT, or SM722 this week, once again, if you already own these vehicles prior to this week's weekly update content, you have to purchase any one of these three again to get the t-shirt, if you want it. Now, other rewards. We have triple rewards on the KO Perico series. We also have triple rewards on every Bullet Counts adversary modes. And we also have triple rewards on Terabyte client jobs, which of course requires the Terabyte. And we also have double rewards on daily junk energy time trials this week. And these are the continuing GTA Plus rewards, continue even through this week. This might be the last week for GTA Plus rewards until it renews. We shall see though, because we could be seeing an extension of the GTA Plus rewards. We'll see next week. Regardless though, these are the continuing double rewards on the Community Series jobs. We have double rewards on the Octagon, Dirt Track Date, as well as PGP Noodle Cup and Triple Barrel Stunt Races in the Community Series tab. And we also have the rewards on these death matches, DR3X Pulse Points and Max Payne 3, The Eden. We also have this Community Series Deathmatch, What You Doing With My Head, on double rewards continuing through this week. We also have King of the Hill, the DR3X Pulse Point, on continuing double rewards this week, and this may go on for the next 2 weeks afterwards. We'll see. Anyways, into Rockstar official jobs. In the races, all KO Perico races are triple rewards this week, from Bike and Subscribe all the way down to Paradise 1. Moving on to adversary modes, we have Bunker Every Bullet Counts on triple rewards, as well as Diamond Every Bullet Counts. Every Bullet Counts 1, 2, 3, and 4, as well as Missile Base Every Bullet Counts on triple rewards. Moving on to other rewards that we have, of course, we have double rewards on Junk Energy Time Trials that renew daily as of 2 AM Eastern Time, I believe. So do check those out if you wish. And we also have triple rewards on client jobs, assuming you own the Terabyte. You will be able to do these, especially if you purchase the drone station for, I think, 1 or 2 of them. Moving on to discounts, we have the following vehicle, property, and special vehicle discounts this week. But moving on through the gun van inventory and discounts, we have available weapons, the Knife Unholy Hellbringer, Pistol .50, which is a pretty cool weapon I'd recommend getting, the Micro SMG, the grenades, sticky bombs, pipe bombs, and of course the worst purchase to ever make in GTA Online, body armor. For all players, we have 50% off the Service Carbine, and for specific players who want to dedicate money into telling Rockstar to give us a terrible summer DLC this year, you guys especially can have 40% off the machine gun. Vehicle discounts that are not available from in-game websites. We have 40% off the Sterling GT at $610,650. We also have 40% off the Benefactor XLS at $151,800. We also have 40% off the Benefactor Shafter LWB at $124,800. Mind you, this is not to be confused with the Shafter V12, which is available from in-game websites, but I think, yes, it is discounted. But we also have the Benefactor Filter twice, by the way, not only in Simeon's dealership, but also when you go underground. Both vehicles are 40% off at $87,000. And now moving on to property discounts, mind you, specifically for just executive garages, not including any renovations whatsoever, just purchasing the stock garage itself is 30% off, just first, second, and third garages for your executive office, of course. If you purchase them already, well, too bad. You already own them. Now, other vehicle discounts features the Benefactor SM722 at $1.2 million, which could also give you a free t-shirt, but if you don't decide to purchase this vehicle, you can also purchase the Benefactor LM87, which is now worth $1.7 million, or the Benefactor Schlagen GT, now worth $780,000. And of course, I would probably recommend this vehicle to purchase if you wanted the t-shirt, because besides being cheap, I also really like this vehicle compared to the other three choices. Because this, obvious reason, is a one-seater. How can you transport anyone with it? And this, well, I would only like it if it came with a roof variant, but Rockstar's creativity has reached an all-time peak, unfortunately. Other vehicle discounts features the Benefactor Shafter V12, which is now worth $325,000 or a trade price of $69,600. I don't know why the trade price is so high or so low compared. Anyways, we also have a discount on the Terabyte as well as its modifications and renovations, including turret station, drone station, weapon workshop, special workshop, but I can't even check those out because of course I already own them. But all renovations and modifications are discounted as well at 40% off. And finally, last but not least, this week's time trial for all players is at Raton Canyon, and for new gen players, your time trial is in Terminal. And that's generally all of the general news or specifics that we have on this week's weekly update content for GTA Online. But now without further ado, let me go straight into the news content, which there might not be much, unfortunately, to go through this week. But for those who did find it informative so far, and if you wish to stay tuned for more content like this every Thursday evening, to leave a like, subscribe, or go the extra mile, share with your friends, or leave a comment which you liked or disliked about the information you've received so far in the comments below. But now, without further ado, let's go into the specific news topics of whatever we have available that was given to us by Tez2 on his Twitter, or of any other concerns, starting off with the fact that on May 28th, he has announced there was a background update where Rockstar tried their best to patch the auto shop God mode glitch and patch an agency God mode glitch, even though probably an hour later this was anyways bypassed by another player and was spread all over YouTube, and well, people found an alternative way to do such a thing. So yeah, good luck Rockstar trying to officially patch it once and for all. Moving on though, I am also trying to show this to you because of course, beyond anything else, Tez2 has stated in that post, he has stated you can receive a Benefactor t-shirt by purchasing one of three vehicles, which is the LM87, Schlagen GT, or SM722, which I've mentioned earlier on, which if you purchase any one of those three vehicles, you can get yourself a Benefactor t-shirt this week. And it's only this week. Now, Tez2 has also mentioned there is a GTA Plus reminder that was added, well, today, so this may mean that there's no sign of an early June DLC release anymore, as of, well, today's announcement. And beyond that, that's really all that I have for you off Twitter. There's nothing much beyond that, unfortunately. So let's go straight into Rockstar's newswire, where Rockstar has stated the Benefactor takes over the Los Santos auto scene, in which, long story short, in their text that they've mentioned, they just wish to express how this week is a Benefactor showcase week, but they would also like to mention at the bottom of this paragraph that this week's premium test ride for new gen players is the Sterling GT, in which here's an image of this vehicle, which is quite odd for this vehicle not only to be featured as a premium test ride, but it was also featured as a discounted vehicle in Simeon's showroom this week, which just screams to me how lazy Rockstar got for this week's weekly update. Quite unfortunate. Anyways, that's all we have. That is all that we have for news. That's pretty simple, honestly. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Anyways, this video might be a little shorter than I've ever done, but I hope you guys did find this as informative as I tried my best to make it. And if you did, do leave a like and subscribe, or go the extra mile and share with your friends to inform them of anything they may need or wants to know that's new as of today for this week's weekly update content GTA, or any past news of this week in GTA related news. Leave a comment on what you liked or disliked about the information you've received, and we'll stay tuned for more on videos like these every Thursday evening. And well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. And yeah, enjoy getting your t-shirt, I guess. I don't know. There isn't much to do this week. Thanks, Rockstar. Not really. Fucking lazy asses.